Happy full moon in Capricorn, family. It's your favorite astro auntie, the Spiritualist, coming through with a little bit more of that back porch astrology. So tonight's full moon is all about legacy over hustle. Can you believe that you actually hearing a Capricorn say those words? Child, I can't. I'm probably gonna need a drink after this. But anyway, I digress. This Capricorn full moon is serving as a mid-year checkpoint for us all. Now, we know that Capricorn governs things like achievement, discipline, structure, career, long-term success. And while the sun in Cancer is there reminding us that success means very little if our emotional foundation is neglected, we got to pay attention. This lunation is asking us a few questions. Number one, is your work supporting your life or is it consuming it? Hmm? Huh? I'm asking a question. Number two, are your ambitions aligned with your values, people? This is food for thought. These are things to really think about. What definition of success are you ready to outgrow? Hmm? This is growing pains, folks. This is an excellent time to release things like burnout. Oh, God, Capricorns are the kings and queens of burnout. Unrealistic expectations, perfectionism, and obligations that just no longer align with your purpose. So while this full moon is shining bright in the sky, it is time to release, okay, the Kraken. Most affected signs. Well, you guessed it. Capricorns, we up. Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn placements are most affected. And that's whether you have a sun, moon, or rising. I'm going to go out on a limb. Maybe even your Venus could be affected depending on how it's aspected. And if you have a stellium. Now, before I move on, I got to tell you about one more transit, okay? Mercury is retrograde in Cancer as of today. From today through July, I believe the 23rd it is. And this particular transit is less about technology and more about like emotional memory. Okay. So don't think like computer memory or SIM card memory. It's about emotional. So it's shifting the focus away from external productivity and toward emotional clarity. Here's the theme for this Mercury in retrograde season. Remember before you move forward. Okay? Think a minute. Before you make that decision to move ahead, just remember some of the things that have happened in the past. You can expect some of the following. Might be some family conversations resurfacing that, maybe you thought were dead and gone or, handled. You might even revisit some ancestral patterns and healing. You may find yourself reconnecting with relatives. Cousin Pookie might show up. Okay, I ain't seen Cousin Pookie in a month of Sundays, honey, and here he comes. It might also be a time for you to focus on home repairs. You can expect real estate delays if you're thinking about purchasing a new home or maybe even renting an apartment or a house. You might want to hold off until after retrograde. Also, emotional misunderstandings are very, very common during this time, so think before you speak. Childhood memories might resurface. It's a great time to do some inner child healing. And you might consider revisiting some of your old decisions. Here are some things that you might want to ask yourself. Where exactly do I belong in this season? What story about my family needs revising? It's a good chance to revise, okay? What emotional baggage am I carrying at this time? Ask yourself all of these things before you move forward. Because rather than rushing into new commitments, it might be a good time for you to think about what's your next step. This retrograde is encouraging a lot of reflection. Remember, when we think about the re in retrograde, it's about review, revise, reflect, because sometimes the next chapter begins by making peace with the last one. So, this has been your favorite Astro Auntie reporting live from the back porch in coastal Georgia. And yes, it's hot. Yeah, I know I got on this jacket, but it's hot out here, child. I just thought it was a look, with the cap and everything. Oh, I know what I forgot to tell y'all, too. And yeah, even with Mercury retrograde, cardinal signs are still being most affected. Okay, so we in for a wild ride, cardinals, but we got this. Okay, now if you need me for anything, you know where to find me. The link tree is in my bio. I'm just a click away. I holla. Peace.